Hi, I'm Sangatha Maphumulo.
Hi, I am Cecil Lamini, and today we are going to be talking about the impacts and the influences of worldview for both teachers and learners. Like, I think the first thing that we must do is to find a way to define worldview.
Okay. How would I define worldview? I would define worldview as a coherent and comprehensive framework which consists of beliefs, values, and assumptions as people, as individuals we make to interact with the world and to interpret what is going on around the world.
And some of it happens unconsciously, some of it happens consciously.
Yeah. Good point.
I looking at it, there are many influences such as parents, the community, and personal experiences that one experiences as life goes on that influences one's worldview.
Yeah.
As we are starting to become young teachers, how do you think that studying worldview has helped you, or what has it revealed to you?
Okay, our studying worldview has revealed quite an important aspect in me. That usually as teachers we teach who we are. To avoid that, we must continuously self-reflect from time to time, because now we are post-apartheid, so we have classrooms which are diverse. So we have so many belief systems, we have so many viewpoints that come to our classroom, and all those viewpoints we must take into consideration and stop ourselves from imposing our views to our learners. To you, to pose a little question.
So,
how do you avoid imposing your worldviews to learners?
I think the first thing that you must do is that you must acknowledge that there's a lot of bias into how one teaches.
Yeah.
Nobody is a clean slate. Somebody starts from something. If you are to make an example in a classroom, it will lie or be more biased with your worldviews.
Yeah, but you can say that, but in practice sometimes it is quite impossible not to be biased when teaching. Let have that thought when designing your lesson plans.
Yes.
One two things that are your cultural background, your beliefs will have influence in designing your how you interact with learners and your lesson plans.
I think it would absolutely affect how I engage with students and how I design the lesson plan. Like for the lesson plan, obviously, as I am a person, I believe in constructing knowledge.
Yeah.
I have learned that I am a person who likes constructing knowledge, so my lesson plans will be more biased or more based on collaborative learning. And also the classroom, for classroom interactions, I think it will be different because I have values that are very apparent, of which one of them is respect, which is something that I would like to impose in my classroom. So for my lesson plan, obviously there would be a lot of collaboration, collaborative learning, but as for classroom interaction, I will put respect forward. So looking at the teaching philosophies that are there, which teaching philosophy or pedagogy do you think would be more suited to your worldview?
To my worldview, I think constructivism would be best suited for my worldview. I truly believe that we must build upon what though we are building on what children know, we must be an authoritarian figure so that we can guide them, we can guide them when they are having wrong assumptions about the world at large. Because my personal experiences will help me to navigate to okay, this child is going in the wrong direction, and now I must help him, shepherd him like Jesus back to the right path.
So, as we all know that in every aspect there are benefits and there are risks. Like one of the risks that I see for myself with my worldview, I think the part where I impose respect on learners is whereby I'll be imposing my worldviews upon them, which might not always align with their worldviews. So I take it as a risk, but I also see a benefit in my love for learning, constructing knowledge. So that will obviously be beneficial as it will present an opportunity for learners to grow.
Yeah, I do agree with you. I do have a similar limitation.
Yeah.
A similar limitation. So for me, I do believe children must be beaten to death. I joke not to death, but beaten. So children.
That's not lawful though.
Yeah, it's not lawful. That is a limitation. But you know from your personal experience that many black kids learn more when they know there's a punishment at the end of the tunnel. So, I phrased that the wrong way.
Okay.
Now, black children learn more when there's a benefit. So if they do bad, there's a consequence. So sometimes I cannot impose that on them because of the law. But what is beneficial about my worldview that I believe in diversity. I truly think that we learn from each other. And there are things that are beneficial from thinking on someone else's point of view.
So, as there's a possibility that you might work with students from different backgrounds, different, or let me just say diverse students. Different cultures, different backgrounds, different experiences. How do you see yourself as a teacher creating an environment for them?
Now, I do believe creating a safe space, a safe space for children, as once Fisher said. Fisher said that a teacher must be compassionate and be fair. So since I have children from different backgrounds, different cultures, so I must understand. It must be my responsibility to understand or to question of why do they behave in a certain way, and to create a safe space for me to guide them to a right path. But I don't think I can articulate what I am thinking right now in clear words. So how would you approach this?
I think one of the things that you must do as a teacher is to create a safe space. Always. Now, a safe space allows for children to grow. Now, growing goes back to understanding that nobody is a clean slate. So you must create an environment accepting of their different backgrounds. And also create an environment that also accommodates different worldviews. So how can teachers help students develop critical thinking about their own and others' worldviews?
Oh, you touched something very important. I've been stressing with this for quite a while now. So you must encourage your learners to question everything. Question everything. Don't accept anything in face value. You must question everything. When I ask you why do you believe in certain things and why you do not, you must give me a clear answer to give an expression that we have thought about it.
So questioning, evaluation, helps with developing critical thinking
Yeah.
of student and also adding on to their worldview.
Yeah.
I think we don't have much time left, so let us just say thank you for the opportunity.